Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Aubrey. I am a wife and a mom of 7, and I am also a certified health coach. And I love talking about food, nutrition, healthy lifestyles. And today I want to tell you why I think you should stop dieting and what you should do instead. If you watched my last video that was all about my health journey, definitely go check that out. But basically, I started off saying that I was definitely into diets as a teenager going through college and maybe even early on in my, marriage. And that's what people do, right? I mean, our whole culture, our whole society is always talking about the next biggest diet, the next fad, the next buzzword, whether it's keto or whether it's paleo, a million things out there, right? We've got low carb. I've heard of trim, healthy mama. I mean, I'm not bashing any one of these specifically. I'm just saying there are a million and one quote unquote diets out there in the world. And the reason that I want you to just ditch diets is because it is proven time and time again that if something does not become a lifestyle, that it is only temporary. So maybe you've known somebody, maybe you've been that person that has lost all this weight on this month-long diet or this 3-month-long diet or this 6-week diet or whatever it may be, only to gain that weight right back. And it's actually, unfortunately, the studies prove that people actually tend to gain more than they originally lost. So am I the only one out there that gained and lost the same 10 pounds over and over? That's what would happen is, I would lose a little bit, I would gain it back. I would lose a little bit, I would gain it back. And I was so fixated on what my weight was. What do I weigh? Because I thought my weight defined my health. And that's just not true. Being healthy is so much more than what your waist size is. And there is a quote that I stated in one of my other videos, and I just love it. It says that we don't need to be skinny to get healthy. We just need to get healthy. And that's what we want. That's what I want you to focus on. I don't want you to focus so much about what that stinking scale says, because there are so many unhealthy ways to lose weight. And if you're eating a good diet, when I say diet, just the things you're eating, if you're eating a good diet of nutritional foods and you're living an active lifestyle, you are naturally going to lose the weight. And I just want you to get your brain off. We have to unlearn things. Our culture tells us it's all about the weight loss, and then you gained weight and it's bad, and this food is bad because it makes you gain weight, and this food is good because it makes you lose weight. And we are completely missing the point. So I just want you to unlearn all the things that you have learned, and I want you to say over and over and over again in your head that true health is not defined by what is on the scale. True health is not defined by what is on the scale. And I do know, yes, there are health conditions that are worsened by being overweight. Again, I'm not saying just eat whatever you want all the time and binge eat and don't think about it at all. But if you are feeling I am in a state where maybe I am overweight, or maybe your doctor has said you need to lose some weight, don't get so focused on this calorie and this fat and this, when we start to freak out, just focus on eating foods that are great for you, and naturally your body will shed those pounds that it doesn't need. So for instance, when I come to the grocery store, I don't walk down the aisles thinking, oh, that's such a bad food, or that's gonna make me fat in some way. Oh, I wonder how many calories or fat grams are in that. As long as I know that I'm buying real food, I really just don't worry about it. I'm all about reading ingredient labels to make sure it's actually real food. But other than that, I just don't stress how many fat grams are in here and how many carbs are in here. If it's real food, I'm okay eating it. To me, it just makes it so much more doable, such an easier lifestyle to maintain. I'm not saying ditch the diets and do whatever you want. So what is the alternative? And I think we all know the simple answer is a lifestyle. And a lifestyle is something that lasts forever. It's something that you can actually do day in and day out, over and over and over again. Because what we do with this diet mentality is we have short-term success. We're focused on, for the next 6 weeks, I'm not gonna have any sugar. I'm gonna count on my calories. I'm not gonna eat more than this amount of fat grams every day, and I'm focused. And even if you're like hardcore and you're doing it good and you're focused, but what are you looking forward to? I'm just asking, maybe it's just me. Every time I have done a like restrictive type of diet, the only thing I'm looking forward to is that end date. When is this going to be over? Did I commit to this for a month? Okay, let's push through for a month. Did I commit to this for 6 weeks? Let's get a couple months, like several months. You know, how long until this is over? That's where my mind is. How long until this is over? And so that's the problem. As someone who has been living this way and living a healthy lifestyle and being intentional for about 8 years, I just have to say, it is so much better to have slow and sustainable change rather than short-term success. Because that short-term success goes away. Like I just mentioned, people gain the weight back. They fall back into their bad habits. They go on a binge eating escapade because they felt so restricted. Just ask yourself the question, do I want to count calories for the rest of my life? No, I do not. Can I fill my plate with nutritional foods and stop when I get full? Yes, I actually think I can do that. Do I want to never eat grains again? I probably don't. Can I only buy whole grains and complex carbs, prepare them for maximum nutrition, and use them to stretch my grocery budget? Yeah, I can actually do that. Do I want to say no to dessert forever? No! Could I switch out regular sugar and processed desserts for homemade treats with stevia, monk fruit, and coconut sugar? Yes, I actually think I can do that for the rest of my life. Those are my answers to those questions, but that's the sort of thing I'm talking about. Are your choices sustainable? Is it something you can actually do as a lifestyle? Ask yourself these questions before you go on this diet plan. And that leads me to my next reason of dieting. When you put that restriction on what you can and you cannot eat, your brain automatically is going to think about and dwell on those things that you're not supposed to have. And it's counterintuitive. It makes it more difficult for you to make the right choices because you are now, it's put on this pedestal of like, this food is high in sugar and it is bad for you, or this food is high in fat and you should not eat it. And what do you want to do is that you want it. It's like telling a little kid not to do something. What do they want to do? Hey, don't jump off that chair. What are they going to do? They're going to jump off the chair. Even if that was never even in their brain before, now they automatically want to jump off a chair. So if you are on a diet plan that is super restrictive, which most of them are, there are diets cutting out entire food groups, and our bodies, this little side note, our bodies there are 3 macronutrients and our body needs all of them: carbs, fats, and proteins, and our body needs them all to function. God made us in such a way where we need all of those things together. And so when we get on this restrictive diet and we're cutting out entire food groups, it just makes it really hard to make those right choices because we're telling ourselves, no, 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 no. And what's interesting, as I'm saying this, I'm literally thinking like it's kind of crazy because there are tons of foods that I actually don't eat. Like I don't eat processed foods. I have not had even one drink of soda in like 6 years, and I was like addicted to Dr. Pepper, and I haven't had an Oreo in like 8 years. I don't know, a crazy amount of time. And so what is really interesting to me is that I don't feel restricted, because I don't look at those foods of like, oh, that's an evil food, that's bad. I just know that makes me kind of feel terrible. When I look at it, I don't see nutritional value, and I just don't care about it. But I like sweets, and I make sweets, and I make them in the healthiest way in my own kitchen. I put the work in, and then I enjoy it, and it's awesome. And so when we restrict ourselves, we're really making it extra hard on ourselves to actually make the next right choice. And lastly for today, why I think you should not go on a diet is because many times when we do that, we end up actually not even eating the foods that are the best for us. Because I mentioned earlier that we've got the macronutrients, there's also something called micronutrients. These are the vitamins and the minerals that our bodies need to function, okay? And so I have worked in a gym, and I have been the nutritional person, and I have brought healthy snacks and treats for the members to try. And no kidding, I am not joking you, I have had people turn away avocados because they're too fattening. I have had people turn away like roasted nuts and raw almonds because, what do you think? Because there's too much fat in those. I have had people turn away unsweetened, healthy, whole milk yogurt because, once again, it has too many fat grams. And we get so focused on this, guys, and we're missing out on all these really healthy, beneficial foods because in our head, we have it that it's too high in calorie or it's too high in fat or whatever it may be. And we can really swap those things out. There are some things out there. I could go to the store right now. I could fill a whole cart of vegan foods and it could be straight up junk. Potato chips are vegan, okay? They are things that are not good for you that can still fall in a diet plan. So just because you're on a diet doesn't mean that you're eating healthy. So again, I want you to focus on what foods am I putting in my body? What are the benefits? How does it make me feel when I eat it? Does it give me more energy? Does it make me feel less bloated? I want you to focus on what you're eating and the why. Why am I eating this? Why am I eating this apple? Oh my goodness, because not only does it taste delicious, but it has all these vitamins and these minerals and these good things about it. And that's what I want you to focus on. All right, off the top of my head, no diets. Here's what I think you should do. Number 1, just eat real food. Number 2, drink more water. Number 3, be active, just live an active lifestyle. And number 4, have fun and don't stress about it. You're not gonna keep doing something that you hate. You gotta love it or you won't keep doing it. So that's all I have to say for now. Again, I'm hoping you're liking these videos. Let me know in the comments if you have any further questions about health and nutrition and what that lifestyle looks like. But I just want you to walk away today knowing that you don't have to go on a diet to be healthy. In fact, many times when you go on a diet, it is not always healthy. And what should you do instead? You should focus on what you're eating. Eat the foods that make you feel good, that make you feel alive, and that have both micro and macronutrients to give your body what it needs to live a healthy and thriving life. Until next time, have a blessed day.